Hi, welcome to Divine Mock Test YouTube channel. We are currently at the Oakville drive test location, and we are here to take you through their G route. Mind you, in Oakville they have 2G routes, and we will be covering all of them. Make sure as you prepare to come to Oakville for your G test, you watch both Route A and be abreast with all that is happening here, or all that you need in order to pass your G test one shot. Make sure you arrive with a car that is sound, a car that has no issue according to their standard. Your brake lights should be working. Your signals should be working, and your horn also must be working. Make sure your car wheels are in good shape, because when they come, they will conduct a circle check and make sure that all is well with your car before they proceed to take you on the route. Once they show up, they perform a circle check, and when everything is okay, they hop into your car and then read the rules to you, and after that they will ask you to sign if you don't have any question. After signage, they will now ask you to turn left or right depending on where you are parked. I am currently parked facing the drive test center, so therefore they will ask me to turn left. So make sure you signal, you look around, perform your 360 check, and then after that, when all is safe, you turn left after scanning through. Watch out for pedestrians. And over here, they ask you to turn left, and when safe, I see a car coming who has right of way, so I wait for him to pass, and then I also follow. And then over here, they're gonna ask you to turn right for the Route A. I see a pedestrian crossing the road, so I slow down, look around, perform my left check before I hit the road. And this is Wycroft Road, and the speed on Wycroft is 50. Make sure during the test, every 5 to 9 seconds, you check your mirrors, the left mirror, the rear view mirror, and the right mirror, every 5 to 9 seconds. And keep your eye on your speed. No overspeeding. One may ask, how far can I go over the speed limit? Or how much can I go over the speed limit? You have a tolerance of plus minus 2. So you do 48, within 48 and 52, you are safe. But as soon as you notice you are down, pick it up. As soon as you notice you are above, bring it down. So it is red. Come to a complete stop and wait for the green. Look through all intersections, left and right, as you go through. And at the traffic lights coming up, they will ask you to turn left. So just change one lane. There are 2 lanes turning left. Change one lane unless they tell you to go all the way to the left. And whenever you stop behind any car, make sure you can see the ground beneath the back wheels. Not just the wheels, but the ground beneath, or the road beneath the back wheels. Keep both hands on the steering wheel, 3 and 9 position, or 2 and 10. They allow 2 positions, 3 and 9 or 2 and 10. So we are turning left and we have the advanced light. I look left and right as I make my left onto the second lane, and then speed up. They may ask you to change lane a couple of times. It is yellow, but I am close, so I proceeded as much as possible. Treat yellow or amber as red. So they will first take you to a neighborhood. Go through that neighborhood before they bring you on the highway. At the next light, they're gonna ask you to turn right for the route A. Route B, they take you left. So we're turning right onto Abbeywood Drive. Abbeywood Drive is 50 kilometers per hour. There are bike lanes here. Make sure you stay within your lane. Don't drive in the bike and bus lane. So we're turning left at the stop sign, and it is an all-way intersection. So they may take you either right or left. So we're going left because there's a school zone there, and they really want to see how you handle the school zone. So it is their number one choice. So I'll scan through the intersection, and it is 50 here. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a school zone coming up, which is 40. So you see 40 begins. So you start slowing down from here and make sure you don't pass this 40 sign with nothing but 40. So this is the school zone. And we are currently on Pilgrim's Way. Pilgrim's Way. So 50 begins. So make sure you pass the pole and speed up to 50. And right here, they're gonna ask you to turn right. Turn right onto Forest Brook Road. Forest Brook Road. And then at the next stop sign, turning left Make sure you come to a complete stop. We're turning left onto Deerwood Trail. Come to a complete stop, not a rolling stop, and proceed with caution. The speed is 50 on Deerwood Trail. And at the next stop sign intersection, it is all way. We're turning left onto Pilgrim Way again. So first come, first serve. So I stop first, I go, and it is 50 as posted. And watch out for the school zone again. So for the school zone, 50 is hidden here. Make sure, the 40 sign is hidden. Make sure you watch out for it and slow down to 40. And continue performing your mirror check every 5 to 9 seconds. And 50 begins here, but there is a construction. And I've been asked to slow down. I have to come to a complete stop. Okay, so way is clear. Turning right at the stop sign onto Abbeywood. Come to complete stop, very important. And I turn right onto Abbeywood, which is 50. So I speed up and make sure my speed is always on the spot. And I'm turning left onto 3rd line. And I check my blind spot. Come to complete stop. Make sure you check your blind spot, not only the mirror. There's a difference between the mirror distance and the physical distance. So after looking through the mirror, they also want you to take a physical check before you change your lane. And blind spot is looking over your shoulder. Make sure you keep yourself busy scanning through the intersection as you're waiting for the green light. We have the advanced light. So I turn left to left, speed up and change lane by default to the right after performing your MSB. MSB, mirror, signal, blind spot. And you have to change lane by default. By default means you don't wait for the examiner to tell you. It is your responsibility as the student to change lane to the right anytime you make a left turn. So we are now going on the highway. After this traffic light, we're going to Hamilton bound 403. So I signal, I check my blind spot, and this is the speeding ramp. I call it the runway. This is where you gather speed to fly. And if the highway is not busy, it is 100. So I start picking up my speed. And make sure, or mind you, you have to change lane by default. You don't wait for the examiner to tell you. Even though the road still go through, you have to change lane by default. So I wait for this white car and I go behind him, making sure there's enough room behind him. Don't cut off any car nor go behind any car too close. So I am 2 to 3 seconds away from him, and the next ramp I am exiting. They're gonna ask you to exit. So I am exiting right 100 kilometers close to the spot. I signal, I check my blind spot. And then I exit with 100 and slow down on the ramp, on the exit ramp or deceleration ramp. And I am turning left at the traffic light. Make sure there's enough room between you and the car in front of you. This green. So scan through the intersection and make left to left, and they're gonna ask you to change lane to the left. So I check my blind spot, change lane and speed up. Otherwise, I would have changed lane to the right by default, but they will quickly tell you to change lane to the left because you're going back on the highway. So we're turning left at the intersection here, and this guy doesn't have enough room behind him. So I wait until there's enough room for me to join him. Make sure you don't stop or stand on the walkway, pedestrian walkway. So now he leaves, I take position and wait for clearance patiently. So it is now free for me to go. I look around, and then this is the speeding ramp, but it is curvy, so a 40 is suggested here, but I can do more than 40. That is not mandatory unless it is black and white. If it is yellow and black, it is just a suggestive speed. So I am currently doing 55 to 60, and then it is about straight here. Then I pick up my speed and I need 100, and by default I have to change lane. So I slow down. There's a guy that is very close to me, so I wait for him to speed up, and then once there is room behind him, I merge. I merge with 90 because there's traffic on the highway and I couldn't do 100 to merge. So make sure you check your mirrors every 5 to 9 seconds, and they're gonna ask you to change lane a couple of times. So change lane to right, I signal, perform my MSB, mirror signal blind spot, and then I go. Do not rush your lane change. You only change when it is safe. Make sure you signal, you check your mirror and blind spot before you go. And I slow down on the exit ramp. They're gonna ask you to turn right at the traffic light onto third line. So I am turning left. Mind you, you can turn left in the red after coming to a complete stop. So I make sure after this guy in front of me leaves, I have to stop too. So I have to come to a complete stop. Okay, this green, I let go. I'm turning left onto Wycroft. I check my blind spot, go on the right turn lane, and it is red. So what do? Come to a complete stop behind the line and proceed with caution. So I am free to go. And once you turn right, the right lane ends ahead. So quickly switch lane to the left as you pick up to 50. The speed limit on Wycroft is 50. And then they will ask you to turn left to the center. I am turning left. They ask you to either go left or right. All right, and I parked safely. That is it for Route A for the G test at Oakville drive test location. So again, make sure you watch both Route A and B and be well informed before showing up for the test. You can always reach out to us at 647-289-6514. If you like my presentation, like my page, subscribe, and give a comment. I will promote the channel, and we will always be happy to get back to you. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best as you prepare for your G. Ciao.